by day. The way of the drifter warriors can't rely on the bankers, no way.
Good morning, Bix Weir, roadrunner.com with your morning hornos. Here's your sip of chaga coffee. A little happy news in the world of craziness in year zero. The Oakland Roots, my son's soccer team, survived 3-2 to earn a spot in NISA championship game. Woo! Way to go, Tarn. Kicking ass. Yeah, it's our local professional soccer team. They're actually moving up to the USL next year, yeah. But they won, and so they're going to the finals on Tuesday, and then they are celebrating. Very diverse team. And there's Tarn right there. That's my son, Tarn. It was a rain. He's not crying in tears of victory. It was pouring down right at the beginning of the game. Pretty cool. Anyway, there's your happy news for the day. And your interesting news for the day is silver. Everybody's now like, okay, Bix, the end of the quarter. What the hell's going to happen now? You got me, my friends. If they short into the rise, then it's same as usual. Same bullshit game. I was reading Ted Butler yesterday. He's like, one thing that might come up here is that the spoofing, meaning banks like JP Morgan, that's what they got busted for. There's 50 other ways to rig a market. But the spoofing part, Ted was like, that's kind of fighting against the high-frequency traders. Because you're throwing out there a trade that you pull back before the high-frequency traders get a hold of it. He expects massive volatility because of the high-frequency traders. High-frequency traders meaning the likes of Vincent Viola, the head of Virtu Financial, which used to be EWT LLC. On the road to Ruta, we've talked about this criminal organization for a long, long time. But there's more, Citadel, and a lot of high-frequency trading. And what is the signature of high-frequency trades? Massive volumes, microsecond transactions, pure fraud. Can the SEC combat that? No, they're shitting ridiculous human beings who are completely and totally and utterly clueless. How do I know? 3 investigations into silver, and they found nothing as they're sitting on JP Morgan's trading desk. And yet now it has been proven and admitted to that during that whole time, they were rigging the silver market. Welcome to the new world, my friends. Same as the old world. So what do I think is going to happen? I do think we're going to see a lot of volatility. I think we're going to start seeing markets freeze up. Meaning high-frequency traders fighting high-frequency traders, fighting the Fed, fighting the banks, everybody and their mother, throwing crazy trades out there. The computers take over, and what happens? Beep, 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 zzz. Tokyo stock market halts trading for a day, citing a glitch. The Tokyo stock market knows what happens when all these high-frequency trading firms clash heads. The exchange's operator said it planned to resume trading on Friday after a technical problem left investors unable to place orders. When you have high-frequency trades fighting each other, don't expect them to ever be perfect. We've seen fat finger trades and all that bullshit. The reality is anybody and their mother with the power to do so, such as the Fed, the Treasury, Warren Buffett, can fire off computers, have them destroy any market at any time. These are all fake markets. They're not real markets. So hang on to your hats, my friends. I expect a lot of kind of this type of stuff. Market glitch between now and the end of the year. Watch silver and gold. Market glitch, deep, market glitch. But I will be keeping an eye on volumes right here. In what world should people be trading 500 million ounces of silver every day, every single day? In what world does that make sense? CFTC, DOJ, COMEX, the self-regulating entity. In what world? In the world of fantasy. Fantasy Island. The flip side is the good part of all this is you can buy silver today damn cheap. Under $25. Maybe there's a premium on top of that. Send Andy Scheckman an email, andy@milesfranklin.com. If you don't have a local dealer, start with your local guys because that's probably who you'll be selling to. Now you want to buy a new car, you got to take one of your Silver Eagles down to your local guy. He'll be so excited to get himself a full Silver Eagle. And you can take that 30 grand, 40 grand, whatever you get for it and go buy yourself a car. Anyway, what do I think the markets will do? I think the markets will continue to be crazy. I don't think they're going to short into the rise, but I do think that companies like BlackRock and Virtu Financial are figuring out how we're going to rig the markets going forward, because you cannot have a freely traded gold and silver market with an unbacked fiat monetary system. It just doesn't work. So, yes, I do think things are going to get crazy. Oh, speaking of crazy, stocks knocked after Pelosi very skeptical about a deal. They don't reach a deal, you're going to have an uprising. You already got an uprising after the debate debacle, the great debate debacle. You already got an uprising. Hey, by the way, did you see all the wires coming out of Joe Biden? He had a wire in his shirt. He had a wire on his sleeve. Supposedly he had the ear things in. He had a contact lens, like a Google lenses. He had a contact lens that would feed him information. Welcome to the world we live in. And it doesn't even look like Joe Biden anymore. Look at his sunken eyes. They're black. Is it I don't know. All the Democrat eyes have turned black. Have you seen that? There's Pelosi with her black eyes. I don't know. Something weird going on planet Earth. Good old planet Earth. Speaking of planet Earth, Salt Lending reaches settlement with the U.S. SEC. The SEC is coming for anybody and everybody who made money during the ICO period. If any cryptocurrency starts doing well, they will come down on them if they ICO'd. And it's a big problem. And I know a lot of people hold cryptos that ICO'd. Salt had been working with the regulators since day one, just like Reggie Middleton, working with the regulators since day one. They were about to throw a cease and desist order on them. Salt negotiated a settlement where you get all your money back from the ICO if you can prove that you it's if you can prove that you bought Salt between before December 31st, I think it is. You can get your money back and recoup your losses if you have losses. Some people have losses, some people had gains. Remember, Salt ICO'd at $1.50 and it went to $16, $18. So some people had gains, and then some people bought at $18 and have losses. Salt the company is still going forward. They're making a lot of changes, and Salt the token has been eaten alive. What's going to happen to it, I don't know. I do not know. The bankers have been tossing and turning this baby around. Might work out, might not. I don't know. I don't have a lot of faith in it, in the token. I have faith that the company is fine. They did what they said they were going to do. The big 90% drop in cryptos, where everybody had to liquidate their collateral position on Salt, was not good for the company. At the same time, those people who had to liquidate their holdings are really happy, or should be really happy when they think about it, because you got the cash. You probably got a lot more cash than you had in cryptos. So it's an interesting dynamic. It's unfortunate. So that's where it is. It is fortunate that they settled. They can continue doing business and have a lot of ideas as far as using stable coins to stop the volatility. But would I invest in Salt today? Kind of hard to do that. I have some left. I just hodl it, and sometimes hodling doesn't work. The company, Salt Holdings, the lending company, I heard is doing okay. So they'll get through this, and the best thing about this is it's behind them now. Whereas everybody else who ICO'd, you got to look at all the ICOs out there. No, Litecoin never ICO'd. Ethereum did ICO, I believe. And then the SEC said, well, it's been too long. So the SEC is going to do what the SEC wants to do as usual. They'll take out who they want to take out. Anybody who is not working with the SEC, good luck out there. If you're at ICO, if you ICO'd in 2017, 2018, and you're not working with the SEC, you are done for. And everybody should look at their tokens and figure out what the SEC is going to do. Can the underlying token survive the SEC gauntlet? Again, the SEC is just the United States, so a lot of the Asian tokens, they don't care. It doesn't help them, though. It doesn't help them to have U.S., which is a very important market, anti their coin. But the SEC is picking winners and losers right now, and Salt made it through the gauntlet. Congratulations, guys. So they will be able to move forward. And bravo, keep going. We'll see what happens to my tokens. Let's see. Let's take a look at Theta, 70 cents. I heard Snippy trading Theta through Woo Woo Dude saying, hey, if you sell here, you buy here. And apparently he's doing really well. We're going to look back at this and say, who cares if you bought at 79 cents or 69 cents or $1 or $2 or $5 or $10. When we're in the thousands of dollars 4 or 5 years from now, you're going to look back and say, God, it's just like Bitcoin. You wish you would have bought in early and hodled it. And I hate trading. Pain in the butt, because you always think you're going to miss out one way or the other, downside or the upside. So I don't do it. I'm a hodler. I will never tell you to sell, by the way. And I've said this a million times. I'm a hodler. I hold on for my coins. Sometimes it works out. Sometimes it doesn't. So obviously the Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum have all worked out real well. Salt did not work out real well, at least not yet. Veritasium did not work out real well, at least not yet. Then again, Veritasium went from $1, was it $1 or $2 ICO to a couple $100, $400. And if you sold, you made out like a bandit. If you bought at the high and sold at the low, you didn't make out like a bandit. But yeah, the process of birthing cryptos is going to be painful. That's why it's a good idea to diversify your portfolio, especially in the early days, which most of us did. And some made it and some didn't make it or haven't made it so far. So that's where we stand. Theta, Theta never ICO'd. So that gauntlet is not in front of Theta. And I think that's just the biggest thing ever. What an amazing decision. Because they were literally on the brink of ICOing. Didn't do it. Those of you getting into Theta through Road to Ruta, through Caleb and Brown, make sure you make your wallets before you go there and say, oh, okay, I'm ready to accept my Theta. Go do a Trezor. Get yourself a Trezor from the manufacturer. Private Road members, I've got videos on how to use it over there. Do that. Don't mess with, the Theta online desktop wallet is great. You hit wallet and you got all these options. People always think key store is the way to go, where you encrypt your private keys in your computer. I don't like that. I don't like it at all. I like the mnemonics, I like the private key, and I like the Trezor. Key store is just a pain in the ass and you can't see it. The mnemonic is where you get the 12 words. Private key obviously is your private key, and hardware, you got the Trezor and the ledger. Now, I have videos on this on the private road on how to do this, how to set it up. So those of you going through Caleb and Brown, make sure you are setting up your wallet properly beforehand, and all the instructions are on the private road page. All right. I've been asked to pass on this message. Also, there's the Theta page. Theta is going to be huge, and I'm just trying to allow anybody who wants to participate in the very early days of the Internet 2.0, just like in 1990 when they invented the World Wide Web. I was asked to participate in a fund that would invest in companies that dealt with the World Wide Web. I said no. And we are right back there with the World Wide Web 2.0. Theta is the World Wide Web 2.0. If you don't believe it, fine. Just believe in what they're doing, which is video broadband streaming. That is working. That's up and going. They're signing partnerships. When Theta hits Coinbase, the whole world is going to crack open for Theta. Because all of a sudden, all these people within the United States can buy Theta tokens. And buy and sell probably Theta Fuel. They'll probably add Theta and Theta Fuel. What is the value of Theta Fuel? All the streamers, Netflix, Amazon, you name it, are going to be buying Theta Fuel to use to access the Theta network. That's a lot of money. And they are doing it wholeheartedly and happily, because right now they're paying millions and millions of dollars to content delivery networks to do the same thing, and it's not as good. Theta is decentralized internet, decentralized broadband. If you think 3D imaging and 5D and all this new high definition stuff is going to be big in the future, obviously it is. There's not enough bandwidth. It's a huge problem right now, and Theta solved it. So that's what you invest in Theta for. Again, go to roadtoroot.com, join the private road, hit subscribe today. I will send you 25 Theta and 25 Theta fuel already loaded on a paper wallet. You can just stick it in your vault with your silver. That's a private road subscription. And oh, by the way, I am talking to Jenny Moonstone today about silver and about some, what shall we say, Egyptian. I don't like the word Egyptian. Some of the tools of the pharaohs that they used to create. They created the pyramids. What the pyramids were for. All great information, but definitely we're going down. Where do we have the silver battle? Where is the silver battle now that the end of the quarter is behind us? Are we going to see everything freeze up? Are we going to see continued manipulation? I will be discussing that with the lovely Jenny Moonstone later today. I'll be posting it either tonight or tomorrow on the private road. Join the private road, roadtoroot.com. It's Bix Weir. I'll talk to you later.